In this section, we're going to complete the construction of the main rotor blades. We're going to install the blade straps, cut out and install the pitch horns, mount the blades to the hub, and then perform a static balance and lead lag. Now, this section is the last section of construction. After that, we have rigging and new aircraft inspection, followed by what I think is the best part, learning to fly your helicopter. So let's get started.
Refer to the Construction Manual, Section 24, for components and prints. Set up a table and level the surface in all directions. The blade straps are made at the factory as a set. Remove the straps and mark them to ensure that each set will be reassembled in the right order. Note, the cord line is scribed on the end of the blade. Reference the construction print to mark the blades to remove the trailing edge on the root end. Use a hacksaw or a portable bandsaw to carefully cut the blade. Use a file and sandpaper to remove any burrs. Measure the wood filler blocks on the root end of the blades. The filler blocks must be sanded to match the dimensions on construction print E20-2000. Normally, a small amount needs to be removed by sanding. Using a number 2 pencil with normal pressure, cover the surface to be sanded. Use sandpaper wrapped around a block of wood for even sanding. Sand until all signs of the marks are gone. This method normally removes 0.02 of an inch. After sanding, verify the following measurements. 1. Overall thickness is 2 1/4 inches. 2. The cord line is centered. 3. The top and bottom wood surfaces and cord line are parallel. Use a level to verify the wood block surfaces are parallel to the blades as shown. Note, because of the non-asymmetrical airfoil, the bottom wood filler block will be thicker than the top wood filler block. Use a piece of paper to make an impression outline of the opening of the root end and cut out the paper pattern and transfer the outline on the wood end plug. Draw a line even and parallel with the rotor blade where the top and bottom skins meet. Place the wood end plug next to the rotor blade and draw a line even and parallel with the spar. Drill the vent holes in the wood plug as per the construction print. Cut out and fit the plug to the root end of the blade, taking care not to change the shape of the airfoil. Locate and drill the airfoil and wood plug for screws. Use a number 47 drill for the pilot hole and a number 32 drill for the shoulder of the screw. carefully countersink the holes. Apply 3M structural adhesive, also called blade glue. Install the wood plug and finish the root end of the blade. Use a number 47 drill for the pilot hole and a number 32 drill for the shoulder of the screw. Hold a piece of paper against the end of the blade and use your finger to trace an impression outline of the spar and skins. Cut out the paper pattern and transfer the outline on the wood end plug. Drill the 1/4 inch vent holes as per the construction print E20-2000. In between the vent holes, drill 2 1/8 inch holes for the number 8 by 3/4 inch long sheet metal screws, if needed, for dynamic balancing. Cut out and fit the plug to the rotor blade, taking care not to change the shape of the airfoil. Use a number 47 drill for the pilot hole and a number 32 drill for the shoulder of the screw. Use a 1/4 inch bolt in the vent hole to help remove the end plug easily. Note: do not glue the tip end plug in place until after the rotor system is statically balanced. Cut the tip weight material in half and drill the 2 1/4 inch holes as shown in the construction print E20-2000. Note: the tip weight is secured inside the bottom of the blade. Locate and drill one attachment hole in the bottom side of the spar. Note: the hole should be drilled at an angle to allow the head of the bolts to match the shape of the airfoil. Install a bolt in the hole, then use the tip weight as a template to drill the other hole. Here's a builder tooltip. Use a microstop countersink cage to cut the countersunk hole for the bolts. This tool allows you to set for the correct depth. Note: The rivet tails extending inside the blade where the tip weight is located can be removed to allow the weight to sit flush. Use a Dremel tool to grind the rivet tails flush. Cut out and deburr the pitch horns. Fit the pitch horn clevis to the pitch horn. It may be necessary to radius the corner of the pitch horn for proper clearance. This shows the aligner blocks as received from Rotorway. The blocks are marked with a T to indicate the top. The top must be up when they are installed into the blades so that the adjustment bolts will align with the studs in the rotor blade. Verify the length of the stud that is located in the root end of the blade. It should measure 300 thousandths of an inch, plus or minus 20 thousandths of an inch. These are the thrust blocks as received from Rotorway. There is a master marked with an M which goes on the end of the hub marked with an M. The slave is marked with an S. Both blocks have a top side as shown. Deburr and round the edges of the blade straps. Check the fit of the pitch horn and the top blade strap. You may have to notch the pitch horn for proper clearance. Use two 5/16 inch bolts and the 9/16 inch bolt to secure the thrust block and the aligner block between the retention straps. If you do not have enough 9/16 inch washers to tighten the 9/16 inch nut, you can use the pitch horn as shown here on one set of the straps. Place the retention strap assembly on a flat surface. Tighten the 9/16 inch bolt and the two 5/16 inch bolts to maintain alignment when mounting the assembly on the rotor blades. Turn the back of the thrust block towards the edge of the strap that has the three holes. This will make it possible to measure to the edge of the 9/16 inch bolt when mounting the assembly to the blades. Check the fit of the straps on the block. It should be a snug fit. Use grease in the corner of the aligner block and strap to prevent them from being glued together. Apply a thin layer of glue to the filler block and mating strap surface. Then slide the assembly so that the last bolt hole in the strap is at the end of the blade. Using a clean rag, wipe the excess glue from the end of the blade strap. To mount the retention straps on the rotor blades in the correct location, do the following. 1. Slide the assembly on far enough to install the 5/16" bolt that is shown here. To assist with your alignment, fabricate this tool. From a piece of half-stock aluminum rod, cut it to a precise length of 1.707 inches. Fabricate this on a lathe to be sure both ends are perfectly square. This tool can be used to set up the alignment as shown here. 2. Place a straight edge against the leading edge of the blade. Adjust the aligner block bolt to achieve the correct distance between the leading edge of the rotor blade and the edge of the 9/16" retention bolt. That calculates to a measured distance of 1.704 inches to 1.709 inches from the bolt edge to the leading edge. Note, when making this measurement, the cord line of the rotor blade and the straight edge must be level when making this check. The distance must be within the tolerance as shown in the construction print and must be the same on both blades. If this cannot be achieved, contact Rotorway customer service. When you have the correct measurement, hold the straps in this position with a large C-clamp. Tighten the 5/16" bolt. Pass a 5/16" drill through the remaining holes one at a time and install the bolts. Torque the bolts to 14 foot-pounds. At this time, the main rotor blades should be painted. Important: never use acetone to clean the main rotor blades. As an option, the leading edge of the root end can be filled with and contoured as shown. Reference the construction print for more details. Remove the aligner blocks and mask the bolt heads and lock nuts as shown before painting. Sand the edge of the primer coat with a sanding sponge. Fabricate a tip end hanger as shown. Use the tip weight hole to install a bolt. Place the main rotor blades in the shipping crate for transport to the paint facility. Referring to the rotor hub section in the maintenance manual is good reference to help the new builder/pilot understand the rigging of the rotor system. These are the components and hardware for the root end of the main rotor blades. During different portions of the video, we will be using a hub and shaft mounted on a stand for a better view of some of the procedures. Before mounting the blades to the hub, level the main shaft 90 degrees to the ground both fore and aft and laterally. Shim under the skids as necessary. Verify the hub is shimmed correctly to the shaft. Since your main assembly is new, carefully rock the hub back and forth 15 to 20 times to lubricate the shims since they probably haven't been moved in some time. Place a spring scale on the outboard pin and pull up or down until the hub plate starts to move. Read the spring scale and note the reading. The hub pressure must be between 8 to 12 pounds. Note, the breakout pressure is not considered for measurement. If your reading does not fall within these limits, refer to the maintenance manual on rotor hub shimming. As per the construction print E49-2000, you will notice that the hub is centered on the shaft by using stainless steel and Delrin shims. Before mounting the main rotor blades, you must verify the hub is centered on the shaft. Refer to the maintenance manual to fabricate this hub fixture to measure the hub shaft center position. This fixture is also available from the parts department. Move the rubber shaft protector up. Place the fixture on the hub. Push the fixture up against the outboard pitch pins and hold the fixture down on the 3 rivet point contacts located on the bottom. Securely hold the fixture on the hub and rock the hub back and forth until the needle on the dial indicator stops moving in a central position. Then zero the indicator. Carefully remove the fixture and place it on the other side of the hub using the same procedures. Repeat the steps and determine if the hub is off-center. Hub centering must be within 0.02 of an inch TIR, total indicated reading. Reference the maintenance manual for the correct procedures to center the hub to the shaft. Set both blades on a table side by side. Now you will be instructed to verify the reflex edge of each rotor blade. Rotorway International has a fixture and instructions for making adjustments on the trailing edges of the blades to improve blade tracking if your rotor system's tracking changes through increased forward airspeed. However, at this point, the builder only needs to verify that each panel of the blade is adjusted to within 0.02 of an inch of each other for its entire length. This fixture is also available from Rotorway's parts department. When checking one blade against another, you may notice a difference in the readings. The airfoils are matched at the factory. Trying to have both blades identical may induce vibrations. Each blade must be adjusted to within 0.02 of an inch for its entire length. If your readings vary, you will need to average the readings and adjust accordingly. Fabricate a piece of nylon block to use as an edge tool. Make a cut down the middle of the edge about 3/8 of an inch deep. Bend the trailing edge up or down gently to obtain the correct angle. Avoid handling the blade's trailing edges as this could knock the reflex edge out. Handle only the leading edge or tip end when moving the blades. To achieve an accurate static balance, remove 2 of the 3/8 inch bolts on one of the teeter blocks and replace them with a smaller 5/16 inch bolts, washers, and nuts. This will allow the blades to teeter freely. To do this properly, loosen and remove the 2 3/8 inch nuts and use a C-clamp to press the teeter blocks together. Use a 9/16 inch box end and turn the 3/8 inch bolt. Find the best position to remove the bolt. Loosen or tighten the C-clamp until you feel the least resistance. Apply grease to the threads and with a punch and a hammer, knock the bolt out of the hub and teeter block. Replace the bolt with a 5/16 inch bolt, washers, and nut. Remove the other bolt with the same technique and remove the C-clamp. The hub should teeter very easily with 5/16 inch bolts installed. If not, snap rings from the main drive pin should be removed. Radius the upper corners of the thrust blocks as shown. Use caution so you do not cut into the opening for the elastomeric bearings. Grease the outboard and inboard pitch pins with a